Well, I've had some surgery.
And had surgery today, so he won't be here. Give me just a second. Okay.
I'll take yours too, please.
Welcome, everyone. This is the 12th day of November 2018. We first have two public hearings on the agenda. First, a public hearing for ordinance number 1514, a text amendment to the zoning ordinance by amending Article 4, specific district regulations, Section 4, commercial districts by adding C3, neighborhood commercial district. Anyone in the audience wish to address the ordinance number 1514 at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll close this portion of the public hearing. We'll go to the next public hearing for ordinance number 1515, amending the zoning map of the city of Tullahoma by rezoning an 8.2 acre portion of the approximately 15.74 acre parcel located at 700 William Northern Boulevard from C2 General Commercial District to R3 High Density Residential District. Anyone here wish to speak on that issue? All right, seeing none, we will close the public hearings and go directly into our regular meeting of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. First, the roll call.
Mayor Curley,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
She's here.
Here.
Alderperson Blanks,
Here.
Duncan,
Distracted.
Dunn,
Here.
Noah is absent, and then Mathis.
Here.
6 present.
All right, we have a quorum. We will proceed. I'm looking for our minister. I don't see him tonight, so we'll ask Dr. Blanks if you would ask everyone to please stand, remain standing for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Dr. Blanks.
Thank you, Mayor. We bow with me. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for many blessings. Father, thank you for allowing us to live in the greatest city, in the greatest state, in the greatest country in the whole world. Continue to look down on us and look on us favorably. Father, as we help manage this city, pray that we do so in a manner that looks out for every man, woman, and child. We'll think for the future for them to make sure everything will be okay here in Tullahoma. Father, we live in a country that had a recent election. Some people won, some people lost. Those that won, don't gloat too much, and those that lost, please don't whine. Father, as we continue our meeting tonight, pray that you'll give us the wisdom and the strength to do what's right always. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Will you turn to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Blanks.
You're welcome.
All right, we are very pleased to have with us 3 different groups that represented Tullahoma. I know very well in situations that I've never experienced, and I hope none of you have experienced as well. But let's start with our TUA employees. Let me ask those of you to step forward to the podium and introduce yourselves. And I'm hoping that one of you will agree to talk for just a minute about what you experienced and what you saw actually either in Blountstown area or in Swansboro. So if the 5 of you would step forward to the podium, please.
Hello, my name is Derek Harris. I'm a lineman for Tullahoma Judge Board. I was one of them that went to Newport, North Carolina.
My name is Brady Goodwin. I'm an apprentice lineman. Went to Newbern with Derek and Stephen.
My name's Steve Mantu. I'm a journeyman lineman. I went to Florida and North Carolina. Journeyman.
My name's Kyle Riddle, journeyman lineman. I went to Blountstown, Florida.
My name's Chris Posey. I'm an apprentice lineman, and I went to Blountstown, Florida.
So could I ask at least one of you to step forward and just tell us a little bit about what you experienced and what you saw and what your responsibilities were?
I talked about North Carolina, I'll put Steve on the spot and talk about Florida. Started off, we went to Wilson, North Carolina. They didn't need any assistance, so we headed to Newborn, North Carolina. We got there, they had about 33,000 out. Us and some following utilities worked on the main feeder lines. Was there a week, and got everybody that could be back on power back on. It really wasn't that bad of hurricane damage, but the flooding was pretty drastic in that area. But then we came home, and everybody, like I say, everybody that could have power had it when we left.
What was the environment like? Just describe as best you can what you saw.
Water. Like I said, the tree damage, wind damage wasn't, I mean, it was a hurricane, but it wasn't that drastic. The main challenge we had was getting around through the water. Suppose we had to wait for the tide to go down to fix, and suppose we just couldn't get to until 2 or 3 days later when the water went down. But other than that, I mean, that was pretty much it in North Carolina. You ready to talk to Steve now?
The floor is yours. You can talk as long as you want to. But
I appreciate TUA sending us. I mean, we always, I don't think anybody disagree. We enjoy going, helping other people out, but especially out of state, getting to see different systems, different ways of doing things. But come on, Steve.
My name's Steve Mantooth. We went to Blountstown, Florida. When we got there, there's 100% with no power. Trees down everywhere. There was no power lines. So we basically had to rebuild the whole system from the ground up. When we left, I think there was like 98% of the power restored. And what we couldn't do, electricians had to come in and repair the houses. But like Derek said, it was water in North Carolina. It's just wind damaged trees in Florida.
yes, sir.
I was just going to ask a question. How long did it take to rebuild that whole system? How long did that?
Probably about 12 days.
That's remarkable.
Good.
It was a small town. I think 2,300 customers.
How well were you treated?
We was treated real good for what they had. They didn't have nothing, and
Yeah.
they did what they could do.
So where did you stay and who provided food?
We stayed at the school in the gymnasium, and local people just took stuff out of their houses and got together, ate sandwiches, you know. They did what they could do.
And I suspect there were other folks there from other utility authorities from all over at least southeast, I guess.
Yeah, there was, I think, 23 linemen from Alcoa, Florida. There was 4 other Tennessee systems there. Altogether, I think we had maybe 45 linemen. But we work hard, 16, 18 hours a day.
Tell them where Blunsville is located. Is it in the Panhandle?
Yes, about 40 miles from the ocean.
It's about an hour northeast of Panama City, as I recall. I'm not sure, but something like that.
We enjoy going to places like that, helping people.
Yeah. Well, you've got to have an attitude of helpfulness to put yourself in an environment like that for as long as you did. So we salute each of you. We've prepared a recognition for each of you for outstanding dedication and volunteerism as transported supplies collected in Tullahoma, and then going the extra mile and doing everything that you could do. So that was just amazing. So let me present to each of you Restore Power in North Carolina following the hurricane. So we're proud of you and appreciate each and every one of you and the work that you do. And I'm so glad there are people like yourself willing to put yourself in harm's way to help other people. So thank you very much. David, do you have anything to add? You're good. I think you're doing an excellent job here. And you got to, you went to both places, right?
If you have the correct ones, you can open them and hold them up. If not, then just hold them down.
You can switch them and confuse it.
Yeah, open them up and just hold them down like that. That's good right there.
Guys, it's never one question.
I spent so much time together that I may want to be a part.
Thank y'all very
Thank you.
much. So we also had another individual that really did an excellent job in helping those in need. Officer Firefighter Paul McCowan is here. If you would step to the podium as well, I would like to hear a little bit about your experiences. My recollection is that you, both of you went, as I recall. Okay.
Yes.
So you, thanks to the citizens of Tullahoma, they collected a lot of supplies that were needed for Blountstown, and then we were looking for a volunteer to take those, and Mr. McCowan volunteered. So tell us about your experience there and what you encountered.
All right. So we originally gathered supplies for Blountstown. The day before, we called the chief, and he said he had too many supplies, and they were just overflowing with supplies. He said he would try to find someone else who needed the supplies more. So he got us in contact with the lady, I believe her name is Katie Snyder, in Panama City. Said she was going door to door, handing out supplies, and she'd love to have us. So that Saturday, we went down there. Me and Emily, we both went down there, and we got there about 4 o'clock, and we hit the ground running. She had 4 neighborhoods in mind to hand out supplies. We went door to door. First lady we came to, she was a foster parent of 6. She was just so thankful for even the basic necessities: laundry detergent, Clorox, toothbrush, toothpaste. We encountered the last neighborhood we encountered. The gentleman was living outside of his home in a tent. His home was completely destroyed. His work was completely destroyed. Everything in his life was turned upside down. He didn't know what to do. So he was just really appreciative for just the basics. Like I said, laundry detergent, Clorox, toothbrush, toothpaste, water. They were all very appreciative of us, and I couldn't have done it without the help of the citizens of Tullahoma. That was a big thank you to them.
So describe what you saw when you were there.
It was, destruction, trees down everywhere. It was just 2 weeks after the storm, but still people didn't have power. Like I said, trees still on homes. The homes are still standing. Tarps were over them. Utility crews still going, through the night, just trying to get everyone back up and running. That's basically what I can describe it as. Just trees and destruction. Homes on the ground, people living outside of their homes in tents, just trying to make do.
Chief Chastain, anything you'd like to add?
He's doing great.
He's doing an excellent job. Yeah, I agree. So we've also, in a token of our appreciation from the community, recognition for outstanding dedication and volunteerism, as you transported supplies collected in Tullahoma for Blountstown, Florida, and others, then going the extra mile traveling door to door, delivering to those in need following Hurricane Michael. So on behalf of the board, Mayor and Alderman, along with the 18,655 citizens that call Tullahoma home, thank you for your service and for representing Tullahoma and helping other communities in need. Thank you both very much for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate your work. So I want to call on Director of Parks and Rec, Kirk Lick, to step to the podium and to tell us a little bit about what these three individuals and the recognition that they received. I'm very proud of them as well.
Yes, each year the Tennessee Parks and Recreation Association has a number of awards that they give out. And over the years, we've received awards for the programs we've had, and we've also received a few individual service awards. Mayor, you were given an individual service award by the association, and Jody Baltz received one. And so this year I thought it was time that we nominated some employees to receive the awards. So I nominated 3 of our employees for the awards, and we won 3 awards. So the first award was won by Sheila Rico. She won the Longfellow Award, and I thought she didn't even know anything about poetry, but but it turns out that W.E. Longfellow founded the Red Cross Life-Saving Service, and so the award for the Aquatics Director of the Year is named after him. So Sheila Rico won the Longfellow Award.
She earned it. She didn't win it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Her winning ways earned the award. So. And the second award was won by, or earned by J.P. Kraft for, it was the Resource Management Award for Excellence. And he got this award for a lot of the things he does, kind of behind the scenes for the Parks and Rec Department, just making things better, but chiefly for a project we had of renovating our pool pump room and bringing it up to more modern standards and making it a lot more energy efficient. So it saves energy and saves a lot of money and resources for the city. And then the last award was earned by Lyle Russell, and it was an award for arts programming. And it wasn't for one particular arts program, but it was for the preponderance of arts programs that we had throughout the year. So, and a big part of that award was that it was followed, and that other cities around were trying to do programs along the same way. And we've had information that Johnson City and the city of Millington in West Tennessee are both getting information and trying to start programs like this as well. So, and they're all 3 here tonight, so if you want to bring them up.
Sure. Yes, I'll ask the 3 of you to come up and just introduce yourselves to those that might not know you, and a little bit about what you do with the city government, please. You're not bashful, I know that. None of you are.
Hello, my name is Sheila Rico. I'm the aquatics coordinator for the city. And I'm going to take this time to brag on your young people and your older ones too. But it is really, really enjoyable working with the young people of the community, and they are really mature in some ways, growing in others. But it's really exciting for me to see them mature and be ready to go into the adult workforce. And the parents have done a really good job of preparing them for that. They step back and let them work and do what they taught them to do their whole life. And we also have a lot of older staff with our aquatics fitness classes and other stuff that have been with us for several years. So if it wasn't for all the wonderful staff that we have, we wouldn't be successful with our programming. So I would just really like to let the community know that it's a community effort. It's just not our effort.
Sure. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Kraft.
JP Kraft, I'm the Recreation Facility Manager, and I'd also like to take this time to thank you guys for all the support you give us for funding all of our projects to keep our facilities running smoothly.
Yeah, thank you.
And my name is Lyle Russell. I'm the Program Manager at Parks and Rec. And, to echo what they said, the staff that we have and the direction that we have, gives us the ability to do these programs for people. And, I love working with kids and trying to expose them to something that they may not have seen before or not tried before, especially with arts, with painting rocks. A lot of them thought, oh, why in the world are we painting rocks? But, once they got the hang of it and understood what we were doing, they really enjoyed it. So little things like that through all of our programs, we try to do to get them exposed to those sort of things, kind of broaden their horizons a little bit. And, we couldn't do that without the support of everyone here as well as our staff. So thank you all for that.
Ms. Moody, I think the your Parks and Rec staff is such a small staff that I think they do a remarkable job with the resources that are given to them. I'm really proud of all of them and the work they do. Yeah. So we prepared certificates, again, recognizing you for each of you for your contributions to Tullahoma, and congratulations on your recognition across the state, not just in Tullahoma.
Trying to be special, are you?
So we're very pleased that our Chamber Director is here, Ms. Hope Sarton. If you would step to the podium, please, ma'am. I want to recognize you. I know that we've got Small Business Saturday, and you're very active and engaged and encouraging shopping local, as Dr. Blanks and others. So tell us a little bit about what's coming up in Tullahoma. We want to recognize you with this proclamation as well.
Well, thank you, Mayor. We, as the Chamber of Commerce, do just encourage the citizens to shop locally here in Tullahoma and to keep all the tax dollars here so that we can continue to grow and offer support to all of our wonderful businesses. And so what the Chamber will be doing is we will be encouraging everyone to put out their shop local signs and wear their shop local t-shirts. And we definitely encourage the members of the Chamber to submit their sales and anything special that they have going on so we can help to promote that, to educate the community on all the wonderful things that are taking place in Tullahoma.
Yeah. Well said. Thank you. So we want to present this proclamation to you, encouraging folks to shop Tullahoma, as you just said. And that we've got the Saturday after Thanksgiving, a Small Business Saturday.
It is. Thank you.
We appreciate you and the work you do as well.
Thank you all.
And last, but certainly not least, you see that we've got a new face that's joined us this evening. Ms. Lila Saunders is with us. So this is a very, very impressive young lady. Let me tell you what, 2 full pages of really incredible work that she's done, and the honors and awards. Let me just read a portion of it. National Honor Society, All Around Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Math Honor Society, second team All-District Softball this year, AP Scholar Award, Outstanding Achievement on Advanced Placement Test, Personal Finance Award last year, Girl State Alternate, Permanent Varsity Soccer Captain, National Merit Commended Student, First Team All-Region Soccer. It just goes on and on. Okay, you get the point, all right? Okay. Very, very impressive young lady. So we welcome you as an honorary alderman tonight. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Ms. Saunders.
My name is Lila Saunders, like you said. I go to Tullahoma High School, and I've gone to Tullahoma High School all 4 years. My family sitting right there.
I'm going to get you to introduce them in just a minute. Yeah.
That's Emery, little Emery. That's my little sister. She's in 7th grade. That's my dad, and my little brother, and my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm in several honor societies, but I'm also in a lot of clubs. I really enjoy Spanish club. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because obviously y'all are in the Spanish club, but yeah, we have fun. I play soccer and softball, so if you ever want to come out to any games, please come support. We need the money for the schooling. And I did not get to go to Girls State, which is where you learn about government. Tennessee state government, you become very involved. I was an alternate, but I have several friends who got to go, and they really learned a lot. And I'm very excited to be here tonight, and that's about all I have to say about me.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. So if you would continue standing, and we'll present this certificate recognizing you as an honorary alderman tonight. Yeah.
If we could do it over there, no. We always do it on the flag, yes. No, that's right, what you would think. This is the honorary alderman spot. Excellent, thank you. One more. That's right, hang on.
Mom and Dad, want to take a picture? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Where does she want to go to school? Or does she? College. She says she's got it narrowed down to like 4. She told me.
Congratulations.
Lane.
Yes, sir.
This young lady has come a long way because I coached her daddy.
No kidding.
And I remember him well.
You're older than I thought you were.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting old. But I'm getting younger every day. But he was a good ball player.
Yeah.
Look at it.
So we have a rule. Did you call his name? I don't know.
I did, Pike.
Okay. So we have a rule that when your name is called, you have an opportunity to defend yourself. So if you wish to, you can step to the podium and shoot back at Mr. Mathis.
I will remain silent.
He still remembers.
Good. Thanks you for being here, Lila, and we appreciate it. And in a few minutes, we'll come around and we'll ask you to give a report, maybe on any activities going on at the high school, okay? Yeah, good. Okay, we're now ready for any comments from citizens. We don't have anybody much left in the audience, but anyway. Miss Abby does, okay? Miss Abby, Miss Nelson. If you would state your name and your address for the record, please.
Like where I live? Okay, I never knew that. I'm Abby Nelson. I live at 107 Crestwood Drive, Tullahoma, Tennessee. Okay, so project graduation is still selling poinsettias, and the sale ends November 26th. So, any of you Tullahoma citizens and supporters of the high school, please buy poinsettias. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Did you talk to Miss Moody?
I'm coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the audience? Chris, anything? Okay. All right, we're ready for board reports. Mr. Mathis, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Probably we need to be aware that our football team is in the quarterfinal. They have to go to Maplewood, but if they get to there will only be 4 teams left in the entire state of Tennessee. But Maplewood will be a very tough situation, but we gave them a good game the first time, so you never know.
Yeah.
And I've been running by Publix some, and I'm going to tell you, that place is thriving.
Mm-hmm.
It is really something. But I think they're going to be happy they came.
Yeah,
that's all I have.
I think you're exactly right. So, Alderman Duncan did, for those of you that are able to attend the Veterans Day recognition today, which is our 26th annual to do so, Alderman Duncan just presented a poem, an original poem, that I thought just really hit the nail on the head. You're really a remarkable poet. So anyway, your report, please, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Currently I'm in an 8-week class, training. It's a leadership class, along with TAEDC Chairman Lynn Seaborn. We're taking it at the county office, but it's an 8-week leadership class. I think it'll benefit city and county when this is done. It's a great class. I did attend the TAEDC meeting, and I participated barely in a webinar. You don't do webinars, but just kind of watch them and whatever. But anyway, webinar on the Downtown Cities program that was available last week. I attended the Mayor's Monthly Department Heads meeting. It's always very informative. On Saturday, I did attend the Veterans Day ceremony, a program really in Manchester at the VFW, which was a very well put on program, and participated in the Veterans Day program at South Jackson Center today. So it's been a blessing just to honor our veterans, be a part of that.
Had a great crowd. Thank you. Dr. Blanks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since I met with you last, met with us last, I've been to a few meetings. At a Tullahoma Utility Authority meeting a few weeks ago. We had audit presented. We hadn't had any findings on the audit. That was good. We've had mid-month report. We've had plus 17 net sign up for Light Tube, so that's good. That gives us over like nearly 3,300 subscribers, which is good. We've also installed some new screeners down at the wastewater treatment facility, which will clean our water better. That's a more modern way of screening out big debris. Also attended the Publix grand opening. That was on Halloween morning at 6 o'clock. There were like 300 people there. So the turnout for the grand opening was very good. Glad that they're here. Long time coming, but you know, sometimes patience is a virtue and things will come away. And I think that's about it. We got holidays coming up, so beware of the ones that are traveling. Give them a safe journey to and from wherever they're going for Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. And speaking of Christmas, when you do your Christmas shopping, try to shop Tullahoma if at all possible. We need your tax money. That's all I have, Mayor.
Good advice. And jobs, too.
What's up?
Correct.
So Ms. Keene also participated in the Veterans Day recognition today, and thank you for your help as well. So you're recognized.
You're very welcome. The GFWC Centennial Women's Club helped with the reception. So I helped serve for that, and as always, it was a wonderful program. I too attended the Publix Open, and I have everybody is so excited about it. I don't know how many times. I hate to confess, I've already been in there several, and and everybody is so welcoming. They are really glad to be here. So. As Jimmy said, shop local. So we've been wanting them for a long time. So make sure you get out there and do your shopping. I also attended the coffee at Northgate Mall last week. It was very well attended, as it always is at Northgate Mall. Jim and his staff always at Wooders do an amazing job, and recognize some people from the Literacy Council. And so that was really a wonderful event. 2 weeks ago, we had a Bunko Challenge. The GFWC Centennial Women's Club and the Bunko Babies of Tullahoma raised money for the Multi-County Cancer Support Network. Monies for those who need our services, and raised about $3,500. So thank you to everyone who was involved with that. I played Mayor Pro Tem for the mayor, and I judged a trunk or treat at Grace Baptist Church. It's amazing the time and effort that those people put into that. I mean, it was very, very well attended, so that was really nice. And also East Lincoln did their pumpkins this year, and I went and judged that as well. And I called my monthly bingo at Morning Point. I did that last week, and we had a planning and coordinating meeting that I attended. And Hands On Science Center had a fundraiser on Saturday night, and I attended that as well. And then today, the Veterans Day thing too. So, yes, I've been busy as well. So,
Yeah, good. Thank you, Ms. Kent. Alderman Dunn, please, ma'am.
First, I'd just like to say, since it's Veterans Day, or at least the day that we recognize Veterans Day, I just want to say thank you to all our veterans. I know we've got some here tonight, so thank you very much. And it was very obvious from earlier that there are a lot of people wearing a lot of uniforms in Tullahoma who are happy to help, and it's been really nice to be a part of this. And in every department, there's been so many people that are just they go above and beyond and really say, what can I do to help? So I've noticed that a lot. But tomorrow we've called a lot of businesses and invited them to participate in our recycling program. And tomorrow we're going door to door. So I kind of wish I'd planned this a little earlier, so it's going to be 20 degrees. But we are going to go. I've got a friend of mine and I, we're going to, actually, I think we're going to have two teams going door to door. Hopefully we'll get a few more folks on board with that. And on Wednesday, I'm going to be speaking with the Imagination Library to kind of tell my story, how much that program has helped my family. It's an honor to speak to them about that on Wednesday. And then Thursday at the Hands On Science Center is they're honoring National Recycling Day, which I didn't even know existed, but they asked me to speak about that, so I'll be out there on Thursday.
Yeah, quite the circuit.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Ms. Saunders, anything you'd like to add? We're at the high school.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. We're nearing the end of the semester, so the fall play is coming up. I think it begins on Friday, if anybody's interested in seeing our theater department do the play. It'll go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm pretty sure, of this week. We also have our football team is in the playoffs, third round, first time that's happened in a long time, so everybody go out to Maplewood. They have small stands, so the more people there, it looks like we have a lot of people there. So that's a good atmosphere to play with, and they have nobody that comes to their games, so we need that atmosphere, upbeat. We can definitely beat them. Our fall sports are coming to an end other than football, but basketball is starting. So their first game is actually this Saturday at 7. I think it's a home game. I'm not for sure, but regardless, basketball is starting, girls and boys. Other than that, lots of clubs are in session. Key Club, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, National English Honor Society. Those are all in need of service hours. So if anybody has any service they need done, volunteer work, if you speak to anybody at the high school, there's a lot of people looking for that volunteer work. So if anybody has anything for that, just let us know, and there'll be lots of volunteers. So that's pretty much all I have.
Very nice, yeah, thank you. So I want to acknowledge the good work of Winston Brooks. Winston's fingerprints were all over the Veterans Day recognition today, and as always, it was very well organized and went off without a hitch as far as I know. Everything was very, very well done. I've spoken with the manager of Publix twice, and he's given me permission to say this, but he used the word ecstatic in describing the first week that they were open. And last, I am substituting at the high school tomorrow for 2 teachers. I do that regularly. So if you're walking by a classroom and it looks like I need some help, jump in and help me, please. Okay, we're ready for the city attorney's report. Mr. Worsham, please.
Last year, I forgot to announce the Christmas tree lighting of the Mayor George Orr Christmas tree in History Park. This year is going to be this coming Saturday at 4:30 in the afternoon. So Tullahoma Community Pride Foundation would like to invite all of you there to that event. The mayor is usually there and he officiates at that event. So please come to that. In relationship to the city matters, we're still awaiting an answer from the Supreme Court about the case that was argued last October 4th, about a month ago, relative to the liquor by the drink distribution lawsuit. We hope that we get it soon. We hope that it will be positive. As soon as I know, of course, Ms. Moody will know and will disseminate that information to the board. We are working now with the Coffee County Clerk and Master and the property assessor regarding delinquent taxes. They just had a county delinquent tax sale. Only 3 Tullahoma properties were involved in that, and they were purchased by third parties, so of course they will pay their city taxes. There are a number of others that we need to pursue. We'll be working on that beginning of next year. Do y'all have any questions about anything?
No,
okay. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all and the people of Tullahoma.
Thank you. Mrs. Moody, anything?
I do. I wanted to just raise your attention to the department reports. On page 39, we have a new addition this month. We've added a Human Resources Department report. And a couple items of note, we have recently brought on 9 new full-time employees. 5 of those are police officers. So we're happy to report we're getting back to fully staffed. And then also I want to take this opportunity and just say how much I appreciate the hard work of our HR director, Costa Bryce, and Lisa Shepard, who put together the annual employee health fair. It was the best that I've ever attended. So many vendors, so much just excitement and camaraderie during the event, and also 132 attendees. So incredible. Spouses are invited to attend as well, so I think that we saw a lot of spouses there, and that was an 8% increase over last year. So I think it shows that we are a healthy community, but we're also within our own organization very committed to health and wellness for our employees. And then just wanted to echo thanks to Winston Brooks. It was the first Veterans Day event that I've participated in, and just the quality of all of the performances, speakers, the event itself was humbling, a very good event. And then happy Thanksgiving to all of you and our citizens and our employees, because this will be the last time we meet before the holiday.
Yep. It was a very moving hour this morning. Yeah, it really was. Thank you, Mrs. Moody. All right, we're ready for the consent agenda. We have 4 items: 18-162 minutes of October 22nd, 2018 regular meeting, 18-163 September budget summary, general fund, 18-164 approved the purchase of a 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 pickup truck for $23,942.73 from state contract for the Planning and Coast Department. Item 18-165 review bids and approve the purchase of a new recycle baler for $70,693.95 from JV Manufacturing. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So
moved. Motion by Mr. Mathis, second by Dr. Blanks. All those in favor?
May I ask
Sure.
to speak about the baler? Can you speak on the baler? Thanks.
Right now in the recycle building, we have 2 primary balers. One of those balers is a little bit smaller. It's dedicated to plastics, number 1. Number 2, plastics primarily. The larger baler that we have up front actually has a conveyor that comes out of a pit in the floor. That baler is for cardboard and newsprint, and that's the one that gets the most use. It's running all day long. And the other one in the back, sometimes we can catch up on plastic enough that it's idle for a while. This one, we did have a cylinder go down on the cardboard baler several months back, which put the baler down out of service for, I can't remember how many days. Luckily, it was a little bit of a lull at that time as far as material coming in. But I have seen material increase just since I've been here. And the cardboard where we put on one side of the recycle building, I've seen it filled up all the way almost out the door with cardboard. So the thought of that baler going down at the same time that kind of volume hits us, we would just be carting a lot of cardboard recyclables, unfortunately, to landfill. So hopefully the new baler is going to allow us to relax the first baler quite a bit, take some of the wear off of it, and also it'll help us use it primarily for newsprint, while the other cardboard baler can continue with the cardboard, not switch back and forth all the time. So it's really a question of redundancy and capacity.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Is that good?
What is the most, I guess what do you recycle more of what do people participate in more of? Plastics?
By volume, it's going to be cardboard.
Cardboard?
Yeah, yeah. And we get cardboard not just from our guys that are out on the routes picking it up, but we get it in from Coffee County. We may have 2-3 big trucks of cardboard come in per day sometimes from Coffee County. So it can, when it looks great in the morning and everything's caught up, it can quickly change.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. Yep.
Any other?
All right, did we vote? No. All those wishing to vote for the motion to approve the consent agenda, vote green, opposed, vote red. Motion passes 6-0. We have no old business. Is that correct, Mrs. Moody? Nothing new. All right, we have 3 items of new business. Ordinance number 1514, consider an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of the City of Tullahoma, Tennessee, which is ordinance number 1392, by amending Article 4, Specific District Regulations, Section 4, Commercial Districts, by adding C3, Neighborhood Commercial District, for passage on the first of 2 readings. So you see an explanation of that on page 58, but we can, if there's any questions, we can answer those. Well, let me get a motion and a second on the floor first. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Mathis, seconded by Alderman Duncan. Any discussion?
I just want to say that I know that Lee has worked really hard on this, and partly because we talked about how there was a need for it. So I really appreciate his efforts in that. So thank you, Lee. Appreciate it.
Anything else? We're ready to vote. All those wishing to vote for ordinance 1514 on first reading, vote green, opposed, vote red. Motion passes 6-0. Ordinance number 1515, consider an ordinance to amend the zoning map as set forth in the Tullahoma Municipal Code, which is ordinance number 1392, to rezone an 8.2 acre portion of an approximately 15.74 acre parcel located at 700 William Northern Boulevard from C2 General Commercial District to R3 High Density Residential District, for passage again on the first of 2 readings. We earlier held the public hearing. Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Duncan, seconded by Dr. Blanks. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of ordinance 1515 on first reading, vote green, opposed, vote red. Missing one? Well, he's busy at the moment.
I did, I punched it.
All right,
It
we'll
didn't
see.
work.
Nope.
Everybody-
Let's try it again, Mr. Math.
Oh, wait, was that mine?
Mathis.
Hold on. Am
It's
I?
okay.
Now let's wait up.
Coming in.
You can vote. I have, okay, I've got lights on.
Motion passes 6-0. Resolution number 1780, consider approval of a resolution approving an Urban Development Action Grant, UDAG, loan to Sundrop Shop and Luncheonette, LLC, for renovation of a downtown commercial property into a vintage soda fountain and sandwich shop. Property located at 217 Northwest Atlantic. So motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Dr. Blank, seconded by Mrs. Keene. Any discussion?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Nice addition. Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion as presented, vote green, opposed, vote red.
Could we get the, I see Paige is in the audience, could she tell us what kind of sandwiches we're going to have there?
I'm sure I'll be happy to tell you.
Now, let's go ahead and vote.
Oh, we voted. Shall I show it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Motion passes 6-0. Ms.
It would be
Lashley.
hard to vote against me if I was here.
That'd be hilarious if we'd have voted you down.
I know, I would have cried. My dad for years has wanted to open a restaurant in Tullahoma, and we had looked into building from the ground up, purchasing a diner from out of state and having it delivered here, and then with everything that's going on with the resurgence of downtown, I said to Dad, why don't we remodel a building we already own? So we will be located right next to Prescott Bottley at 217 Northwest Atlantic. It's an old building with tin ceiling, brick walls. Russ Barrett has proposed a beautiful remodel, and basically I want it to look like Mr. Gower's drugstore from It's a Wonderful Life. So we'll have a beautiful cherry back bar with quartz countertops with, the built-in seating, and we'll have merchandise for sale. We were zoned for 50 people for occupancy, so we'll seat 42. And I've already hired Tisha Fritz as my front of the house manager, which I'm really excited about working with her. I'll be hiring a full-time cook, and I'm working with Motlow to develop a co-op program to hire only Motlow students as our wait staff. So we'll have a seminar once a month to train them on different aspects of the restaurant business, and they'll write a paper for their classwork and receive class credit for the time that they work for us. But we're going to have a full-service soda fountain with sodas and ice creams and sundaes. I'm really excited about the Sundrop float. I'm really excited about selling my Sundrop cake, and I'm working really hard on a George Dickel glaze to perfect that, because I want that to be our signature dish. But we're doing basically your diner type lunches: chicken salad, egg salad, pimento cheese, French dip, BLTs, grilled cheese. And really excited. We'll be open to start with Monday through Friday from 10 to 5. And we've decided that as we expand, if the public calls for it, we might consider opening for breakfast. I think Tullahoma does need a breakfast spot. You know, I think since the dugout's been going, we've been missing that hangout for everybody to come in the morning.
Just tell them how old you are, eh?
Yeah, no, exactly. But I'm really excited about it. Dad and I are co-owners, and I'm the general manager. It's kind of an extended marketing venture for Sundrop. So we're just really excited. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition to downtown. So thank you so much for your support.
What will Mr. Lashley be doing?
He'll be doing insurance claims from the kitchen. He'll be doing whatever I tell him he needs to.
Maybe some taste testing every now and then.
Sure, but they're all family recipes.
Will he provide the duck confit?
Right. But we're even looking at delivering sandwiches to downtown businesses and looking forward to being a part of the downtown community.
You might have said this and I missed it. Do you have a month that you might?
Well, we're hoping to open at the end of March. I have the loan I've applied for through City of Tullahoma, and then I've also applied for a loan through South Tennessee Development Corp.
South
Central.
Right.
And you were right there making me jump through quite more hoops than the city is. But I'm really excited. I love Tullahoma, and I'm excited about being able to contribute a little more to my hometown and make it a better place.
Well, we're excited for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
tell.
Come see us. End of March is what we're thinking.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
We'll be there. Thank you. Okay, did I announce the vote? I think I did. 6-0. All right, Mrs. Moody, any other new business? All right, we'll adjourn and go into the beer board portion of the agenda. We have one consent item, BB33, minutes of the October beer board meeting. Is there a motion to approve? So moved.
Second.
Proper motion by Mr. Mathis, second by Mrs. King. All those in favor of the consent agenda, vote green. Opposed, vote red. Motion passes 6-0. Have a safe evening. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.